Greetings, YouTube. Today I'd like to talk about banned books. I saw an excellent graphic over on Laughing Squid, and it has a lovely list of books, and I thought I'd take a moment to talk about them because I find this topic fascinating and horrifying. So we're going to talk about the year this book was banned in, and the total years that it was banned for. First of all, we talk about the first book on the list is the Bible. The printed version, there are 450 different versions of this book available today, which should say something to you about the inerrant Word of God. But it was banned in the USSR from 1926 to 1956, and Ethiopia for 1 year, which is a specific order of Bibles. There's like 40,000 Bibles showed up for churches, and Ethiopia just went whoop and took them away. I don't know what was wrong with those particular copies, but Ethiopia didn't like it. The Communist Manifesto promotes communist ideals, banned in Turkey for 165 years. That's quite impressive. The Call of the Wild by Jack London. Nazi Germany banned that. It was considered too radical. I'm failing to see how, but they banned it for 12 years. Ulysses by James Joyce. The UK was banned for 8 years due to containing strong sexual themes. I've never read it. The Well of Loneliness by Radcliffe Hall. The UK for 21 years for banned for lesbian themes, but was eventually republished in 1949. Yes, because if you actually admit lesbians exist, the world as we know it will collapse. Lady Chatterley's Lover. UK for 32 years contained numerous scenes of obscene language and explicit depictions of sexual intercourse. I believe I saw the movie. I don't think I ever read the book. Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. In Australia, it was banned for 5 years, 32 to 37. All copies from Australian libraries were burned in that time. The Australians, they went hard when they banned a book. They just didn't say you couldn't sell it. They went out, confiscated the copies in libraries, and burned them. What lovely Luddites. The Tropic of Cancer by Henry Miller. U.S. was banned for 31 years, deemed obscene, and in Canada it was deemed obscene, and they banned it for 26 years. Interestingly, the ban came after the American, but they lifted it before the Americans. I don't know if that makes them more or less progressive. Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell. It was Russia's banned it for 65 years, effectively banned by the communist regime. I don't quite understand what the Gone with the Wind would be offensive, but it was considered offensive. Animal Farm. This one's not a real shock. Cuba banned it for has banned it for 69 years. It is still not available in Cuba, an indictment of the Cuban government. Kenya has had it banned for the last 24 years because it criticizes corrupt leaders, and I guess Kenya doesn't like that. China has banned it for the last 69 years. The English version has been banned, but they do have a Chinese censored version. That'd be intriguing to see. Russia banned it for 37 years because it was a critique against the communist Russia. And the United Arab Emirates has banned it for the last 12 years, banned due to containing text and images that go against Islamic values. But they only banned that in 2002. So that's weird. They waited a really long time, and then they decided they were going to ban it, but that's what they did. 1984 was banned for 40 years because Stalin knew it was a satire based on his leadership. Also banned by the UK and US during the Cuban Missile Crisis. Though I don't know why. It was an indictment of communism and Stalin's rule. So why would you... I don't get it. These book bannings make no sense to me. Lolita, banned for 4 years in the UK, banned from being obscene. British Customs ordered to seize imported copies. Green Eggs and Ham, China, 1965 to 1991, for 26 years, banned for its portrayal of Marxism. Okay. Green Eggs and Ham contains 50 words. I've read it. There are parts of it I can quote from memory. Can someone explain to me how that is an indictment of Marxism. Okay, the Satanic Verses, banned in 5 countries, 1988 till now. That would India, Bangladesh, Sudan, South Africa, and Sri Lanka. Banned on religious grounds, of course. It's also banned in 16 countries that went for the last 27 years. 27 years. Also for religious grounds, of course. Egypt, Kenya, Liberia, rather. Liberia banned it? Oh, okay. Pakistan, Qatar. Is it Qatar or Qatar? I can never say that word right. Senegal, Somalia, Thailand, Indonesia, Kuwait, Malaysia, Papua New Guinea. Papua New Guinea banned it? Really? All right. Saudi Arabia, Singapore, Tanzania, and Venezuela banned it? All right. That seems odd to me, but okay. American Psycho, Queensland, Australia, has been banned for the last 23 years. Sale is theoretically banned in Queensland, can only be bought shrink-wrapped. So it's only in Queensland. So you can buy it other places in Australia? Okay, that even makes less sense. The Da Vinci Codes has been banned in Lebanon for the last 10 years. Catholic leaders deemed it offensive to Christianity. It's made up! It makes no sense! All right. Then we have the top banned books in schools. Hey Dad, which is by Brian Doyle. Brian Doyle's publisher received a letter from the principal of a rural Ontario, Canada school stating that copies of the book were being returned because they promoted negative views and did not contain the values of positive citizenship. I don't know what the book is about. Asha's Mums by R. Elwin and M. Palsy, banned in British Columbia, Canada for promoting homosexual life. Ban overturned in 2002. Excellent. Admitting reality is not promoting something. It's just admitting reality. Some people have 2 mums. Some people have 2 fathers. Some people have 3 parents, 4 parents, 5 parents. It doesn't matter how many parents you have. Their sex, gender, or identity, orientation doesn't matter. Do they love you? End of story. Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling, banned in some Christian schools in the UK, e.g. St. Mary's Island Church of England, a aided school in Chatham and Kent. I guess they're worried about magic for some reason. Twilight, Stephanie Myers, banned from some primary schools in Australia 2009, maybe on the grounds of good taste. Romeo and Juliet, by William Shakespeare. The No Fear Shakespeare version of this classic play was challenged by parents in South Carolina. Complaints said the easy-to-read version of the play is too mature for middle school children because it has mature themes about sex. Well, here's the thing. Teens are having sex. They are grappling with emotional relationships. Now, I've never read the easy-to-read version. Maybe it makes it too approachable, and the Shakespearean version is to be obscured by the language somehow. Maybe Elizabethan language is seen as a barrier to understanding. Would that be a failure of the education system? But kids deal with these things for real. So why shouldn't they read this book? I don't know. Ban children's books and the ridiculous reasons why. We have 3 more. Charlotte's Webs by E.B. White. I loved that book as a kid. 2006, Kansas banned it for talking animals are blasphemous, and unnatural passages about the spider dying were also criticized as being inappropriate subject matter for a children's book. Secular government should not be endorsing sectarian religious views. Get that stuff the fark out of here. And kids deal with death. Pets die, relatives die. Many of them eat meat. Dealing with death is something kids should be handling. Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak. In 1969, American South, a boy throwing a tantrum was considered dangerous behavior, and Sendak was accused of glorifying Max's anger, promoting psychologists to condemn it as too dark and frightening. Kids have tantrums because they are trying to deal with things in the world they don't understand. Good parents find ways of making that a teaching moment. Bad parents don't. The people that banned this book are telling the world, hey, we're crappy parents. The Wonderful Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum. What was his first name? I don't know. 1958, Detroit Public Library, no value for children of today, bringing children's minds to a cowardly level. This one makes absolutely no sense. I understand that it was 1957, okay? So maybe the language is a little different. Only 7 years before I was born. Bringing their minds to a cowardly level? How is coming to understand who you are and coming to understand the world around you, and that within us we carry the secret of our own liberation? That the Scarecrow had a brain all along. The Lion had a brave heart. The Tin Man, he had a soul. How is this not a lesson that every kid needs to know? So that, I don't get that one. That makes no sense to me. But what do I know? I'm a talking head on YouTube. But I want people to talk about banned books. What is your favorite banned book, in the sense that the book that you see is often banned and you find it mysterious? Do you have any examples of your own life where a book was banned while you were in school, or are you going out and seeking banned books? So let's talk about banned books, folks. This is an interesting graphic. I'm going to link to it, and I think it's well worth your time to go check out. And it's also, I thought, was very well designed.